The Lega brothers, Rick and Marty Lagena, are the subjects of the reality television show The Curse of Oak Island, which follows them as they search for the island's buried wealth in various locations. The attraction of the show stems from the fact that it depicts an actual treasure search that is taking place in real time, with the island having been shrouded in rumors and stories since the late 18th century. Rick and Marty Lagena, the stars of the show, have devoted their entire lives to the searching for the riches that Oak Island has to offer. Marty Lagena's son, Alex Lagena, never in his wildest dreams anticipated that he would one day appear on a reality television show. Given that both his father and his uncle had a strong interest in discovering hidden treasures, he found himself becoming heavily immersed in the endeavor. Together with his father and uncle, he has been putting in a lot of effort in order to discover the secret caches that are kept on the island. There is a striking similarity between Alex's journey and that of his father Marty, who was also an engineer before they both became treasure hunters. In particular, Alex continued his study in the College of Engineering at the University of Michigan, which prepared him for the position that he would play in the Oak Island endeavors. Alex's unique perspective on the world of treasure seeking is a result of his experience in engineering, which he brings to the team. Because of his educational background, he is equipped with the problem-solving skills that are necessary for confronting the sophisticated issues that the island presents. Not only do the father and son have familial links, but they also have a professional stake in discovering what Oak Island may be hiding. His contributions to the project go well beyond his mere appearances in front of the camera. Alex brings a great amount of engineering expertise to the table. After receiving his diploma in 2008, Alex went back to his hometown to work for his father's company, which was called Terra Energy. Terra was eventually sold by Marty to CMS Energy Corporation for an astounding price of $58 million. After the sale, Marty and his brother Rick continued their search for treasure on Oak Island, and Alex joined them in their efforts. Alex continues to make effective use of his engineering degree, despite unanticipated changes that have occurred in his professional trajectory. In his current role, he is primarily responsible for managing the technical parts of the excavation. It is becoming increasingly apparent to Alex Lagena, as he delves deeper into the history of his family, that he is not simply searching for treasure. Alex is a producer for both The Curse of Oak Island and its spin-off, which is also a Netflix original series. The Drilling Down of Oak Island, The Curse of Oak Island. This indicates that he is more than just a treasure hunter. He plays an important role behind the scenes in the production of the show, which contributes to its overall success. The role of a producer encompasses more than just digging. It also involves shaping the narrative, determining what elements will be included in the final cut, and ensuring that the show remains interesting for viewers. Among the 125 episodes of the popular television series The Curse of Oak Island, the character Alex Lagena is credited as a producer on 46 of those episodes. This gives rise to inquiries concerning his position behind the scenes and the manner in which it is connected to his character appearing on television. Although the designation of associate producer often implies involvement in a variety of production aspects, the specifics of Alex's contributions are still unknown due to the fact that the show is mostly focused on treasure hunts and historical research. Depending on the episode or how far along they go in their search for treasure, Alex will take on characters that are different from one another. It is possible that he will become extremely active in particular aspects of the production of the show during certain episodes, which may be the reason why his name appears in a different capacity as a producer on occasion. By taking a more in-depth look at the operations of Oak Island Tours Inc., which is the tour company owned by the Lega family, we might be able to gain a better understanding of the many responsibilities that Alex is responsible for. In contrast to the other members of his team, Alex does not make treasure hunting his primary occupation. Instead, he focuses on finding treasure. His primary place of employment is Maury Vineyards, which was established by his father, Marty, between the years 1909 to 19. With the goal of producing wines with distinctive characteristics, the vineyard is dedicated to producing exceptional red and white wines from fruits that are native to Italy. Alex invests his heart and soul into the family vineyard, and it is clear that he is committed to seeing it go from strength to strength. The tranquil atmosphere of Maury Vineyard, which is located on the Old Mission Peninsula, provides an ideal location for the production of wines of exceptional quality. A visit to the vineyard is an absolute necessity for everyone who has an appreciation for the craft of winemaking because of the Lega family's dedication to experimenting with new things and putting an emphasis on quality, in addition to the vineyard's stunning location. As the general manager of Mari Vineyards, Alex is responsible for the company's success, which includes the sale of products in 16 different states. You can see that the vineyard is very active and even sponsors events, which
the companies brought with them robust machinery, including 109-ton cranes that are practical for hoisting large appliances and a 3-ton hammer grab tool. The contracting companies commenced the assembly process while Alex and the rest of the team exercise in a new area. East of the garden shaft, a new borehole drilling operation designated C5N27 is scheduled to commence. To further investigate the newly discovered tunnel, which is estimated to be 7.5 feet in diameter and more than 100 feet deep into the soil, a new area is being drilled. An additional objective of the C5N27 drilling operation is to facilitate the construction of a more robust conduit from beneath the garden shaft, as desired by the Oak Island team. The team worked as quickly as possible to drill the new borehole due to time constraints and the fact that certain areas of the site would be off-limits to observation and analysis for safety reasons, while the construction company performed heavy labor. Certain individuals on the team harbored aspirations of investigating the recently unearthed artifacts at the Interpretive Center on Oak Island. Carmen Legg, an authority on blacksmithing, was consulted to examine what appeared to be a snipping implement. The expert corroborated their hypothesis and elaborated that the fractured component occurred at the location where the welded shear of the scissors was affixed to the handle. The shear if the circular depression on Lot 5 and this pair of scissors are both traced back to the same date. A potential link between at work on Lot 5 have uncovered additional ceramic and pearlware fragments, with the exception that they are now colored white and date back to the mid-1700s. Helen is of the opinion that a portion of the creamware that was unearthed once belonged to a porcelain teapot, which is consistent with historical evidence and anticipated for the era in question. An additional perplexing enigma pertains to the apparent burial of these ceramics prior to the unveiling of Oak Island, thereby further complicating the process of tracing their provenance. In 1762, shortly after Oak Island was discovered, Charles Morris partitioned it into 4 acres to facilitate exploration and excavation. Nevertheless, it appears that the rectangular depression predates the segmentation of the island and certainly predates the discovery of the money pit. By the afternoon, the eastern borehole, designated C5N27, had penetrated to a depth of several feet beneath the surface. The drilling crew, situated at a depth of 93 feet, was enthusiastic about guaranteeing another discovery. Nevertheless, time ran out against them, and subsequent investigations of the region came to a halt. Before the allotted time ran out, an extraordinary event transpired. The rare decreased to 104, which indicated that the underlying soil was extremely fragile and disturbed. Upon descending to a depth of 111 feet, the crew discovered a wood-filled core and obtained confirmation that the lower portion of the discovered wood was deemed to be in excellent condition, and its irregular pattern suggested that it had been fashioned by hand rather than using advanced technology. Axe cuts on other types of timber or the widespread use of mechanized saws in the 1800s were comparable. If this hypothesis holds true, then the tunnel was most likely constructed by a secret depositor or a searcher prior to 1795. The subsequent discovery resulting from the drilling operation comprised a combination of moist soil, fiber, wood fragments, and detritus. Terry believes that the smoother and more stable timber beam belonged to the tunnel's roof, whereas the lower, murkier, and softer fibers were utilized for the tunnel's floor. Dumas Contracting Limited will commence work around the garden shaft in due course, commencing with the dewatering operation and subsequently expanding the borehole by an additional 20 feet. Much further exploration is anticipated to occur throughout the drilling and construction processes. The episode concludes in a melancholy manner. Time was of the essence, and further discoveries were not feasible. The results obtained from the C5N27 borehole drilling, the metal detector team, and the archaeologists will undoubtedly prove valuable to the mining and construction company throughout the duration of the undertaking. Make a channel subscription and a like for the video.
In 1969, renowned treasure hunter Fred Nolan found pieces of large sailing vessels and 16th-century wooden survey stakes in the swamp. A few weeks ago, the team found an empty vault-like structure made of brick and slate in the northern region of the swamp. They hope to find similar hidden structures that will prove Fred's theory correct. The team, which includes Rick Leninis, Craig Tester, and Tom Nolan, is looking for caches of valuables that may lie hidden outside the money pit area in the northern region of the swamp. They have been excavating for 15 years and are eager to arrive at the site. Rick, Craig, and Marty are looking a few yards to the north in the hopes of finding comparable concealed buildings that will support Fred's theory. Additionally, the team is searching for additional cobblestones close to the hand-hewn survey stakes, which might point them in the direction of a vault that still holds something really valuable. They hope that Dr. Ian Spooner, who joins the team in the northern area of the swamp, would be able to confirm that the cobblestone feature they discovered the day before is a man-made roadway. Gary mentions finding sharpened stakes at the side of the cobblestone pathway, which is about the size of a person. The team is interested in these features because they are all of a size that could be handled by people. They have only a small section of the cobblestone pathway uncovered, but on the south side, with the cobble path cleared archaeologically, they can see the structure clearly. In summary, the team is searching for hidden treasures in the northern region of the swamp, with the hope of uncovering similar hidden structures that will prove Fred Nolan's theory. The team is also working with Dr. Ian Spooner to verify the cobblestone feature they uncovered as part of a man-made pathway. The team is working on a swamp-related mystery, with surveyor Steve Guptill playing a crucial role in the investigation. They have recently discovered wooden stakes and sections of the cobblestone pathway in the swamp, which they believe are part of a construction site. Steve has created a digital survey that includes other man-made features found in the brackish bog. Over the past several years, the team has found 3 stakes on a line of survey stakes which align with the cobble path. The cobble path is connected to everything they find, including the eye, a wooden platform, and the cut slate next to the vault. The team believes that these features are loosely connected in time from the late 1600s to the mid-700s, and that the construction was around the whole island. Steve's findings could help prove the team's previous suspicion that the stone foundation on Lot 5 served as a staging ground for an operation to hide treasure vaults in the money pit, and possibly also in the swamp. The most consistent dates we find for the entire island are the 1600s and 1700s, indicating that a significant portion of the construction on Oak Island took place between 1680 and 1750. The team is currently working on activities that are insular from one another, meaning that the activities in the Money Pit Lot 5, the Eastern Drumland, and the Bog will eventually blend together. The team is certain that their work in the swamp is crucial to comprehending the intricate mystery surrounding the swamp. They are developing a plan to continue excavating and making connections between the cobble features and the swamp, as well as to piece together the puzzle of the island's history. They are certain that their efforts will result in a more thorough understanding